Hi, everybody. So today is super hype. So you already know what's going on in the crypto market. Bitcoin already surpassed 64K. So it's like damn near breaking new highs. Like it's basically breaking new highs. Like things are getting pretty exciting. And then the first thing I wanted to do to start off the stream is to just show the fear index, like the greed index, like the fear and greed index. And greed is extremely high. And I'm starting to understand FOMO. So before I didn't understand FOMO, I thought it was like obvious, like, hey, like if prices are low, buy. But when prices are low, you don't want to buy. You actually don't want to buy when prices are low. That's how people feel. And now that prices are high, they're like, oh, we got to buy now. But the time to buy was when Bitcoin was touching 21,000. Remember that? Remember when everybody thought that MicroStrategy was going to crash because they bought too many Bitcoin at too high of a price? $30,000 average, and then Bitcoin's touching 21,000. And people were saying, yo, Bitcoin is not going to be this low again. It's not going to be this low again. And people were like, oh, no, like the price is tanking. It's too far scary now. And now I finally understand. Now that there's so much greed in the market, a lot of people are selling off. A lot of people are also buying at the top. So when it's time to dip, they're going to be like, oh, my goodness, it's dipping. Like, what's going on? So, but like, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to always pay attention in the market, because now we see what greed and fear looks like. Now we see extreme greed. Like back in 2021 up until now, people were just like, oh no, they were just scared. And I was one of them, because I was just like, hey, you know what, let me focus on like work and stuff like this, but I should have been focusing on crypto. But anyways, this is what's up for today. So like, let's move on. So now we have service interruptions. Like, yeah, so there was so much demand that Coinbase actually was like seeing interruptions in their service. So let's read the article. So service interruptions at Coinbase, Robinhood and Kraken as Bitcoin soared to $64,000. So Kraken too, I might have to look into some Kraken tokens. But after the whole FTX thing, like I'm actually legit like not even wanting to like mess around with like exchange tokens. But anyways, on Wednesday, Bitcoin's value ascended to the vicinity of 64,000, during which time users of Coinbase and Robinhood reported disruptions in service. As of February 28, 2024, Coinbase status page indicated that the platform was suffering from degraded performance, while Robinhood's clientele voiced their grievances to the platform support team. Yeah, that means a lot of people were using it. Like I remember back in the day when I was trading, and whenever there's so many people on the platform starts to go slow, and that sucks if you're trading like day trading, because then like you're trying to get out of a trade, and guess what? Not happening, because people are literally like stopping the system. So Bitcoin soared to nearly $64,000 on Bitstamp by February 28, 2024, before retreating below the $59,000 mark soon after. Concurrently, users reported their Coinbase accounts appearing to be empty. That would scare me so much. My Coinbase account empty while record high prices are happening. Obviously it's a glitch, but what if it's a drain, like a bug or something, like a hack? You know, people are scared nowadays. A lot of hacking's been going on too, especially as the prices continue to rise. So Coinbase status update, because more eyes are going to be on crypto now. Coinbase status update confirmed the anomaly, stating an investigation was underway. We are aware that some users may see a zero balance across their Coinbase accounts and may experience errors in buying and selling. The status page discloses our team is investigating this issue and will provide an update shortly. Your assets are safe. Yeah, we don't want to hear that. We want to see our assets there. That it just goes to show, having coins in Coinbase or any exchange, they're not your keys. Like point blank and simple. Like if you log on to Coinbase and you see that your coins aren't there, that means you don't have them. That's what that means. So furthermore, Kraken status update reported challenges with web and mobile connections, with the San Francisco-based exchange announcing the issue has been identified and a fix is being implemented. This notification appeared on Kraken's status page at 1739 UTC. Similarly, Robinhood's clientele has voiced concerns to the Axe Robinhood support account, highlighting difficulties in finalizing crypto transactions. Axe Robinhood, I can't generate my BTC address anymore, one user explained. Throughout the years, numerous exchanges and connectivity issues have emerged during bull markets, and when crypto valuations experience sharp increases or decreases, these exchanges challenges are just part of the territory and the inherently volatile crypto landscape. Yeah, we don't hear any of that. We don't want to hear it. We want to know where our coins are. We don't want to hear that you can't handle this much volume. We don't want to hear that you don't know what's going on. You better tell us what's going on, and you better do the next best thing, which is give us our coins appearing in our account. I hope that was a wake-up call for some people, or for everybody, to be like, yo, like it's not even worth it to have the coins in the account, because things like this could happen. But of course, people keep their coins in their account because they're trading, or they're just lazy, or they'll just get to it tomorrow. I was one of those people. Like, I'll just get to it tomorrow. I'll just get to it next week. Okay, 5 months later, you still got $100 of some coin in your exchange, and you're just like, it's just only $100, but that's still something. Okay, so let's move on now to, we got JPMorgan says Bitcoin price could drop towards $42,000 after April halving. I find it ironic that the same people who were telling you don't buy Bitcoin are telling you, oh, be careful, watch out, the price might drop. Yeah, that's probably true. It probably might do a little dip. Nothing goes straight up forever. Okay, even Amazon stock. Amazon dropped like early on in the beginning. Their stock was dipping. Look at it now. All right, so the point is that not everything goes up forever. Bitcoin has had so many booms and busts, just like prices ups and downs, peaks and valleys. That's just how mountains are built. So I would take what Coinbase says with a grain of salt, just me personally, because you can't trust people who don't have your best intention at heart. Like, why do they benefit from telling you this? If they really believe that, why would they tell you? Why would they just not wait until it happens like they think it will and then buy it up at that price? I'm just saying. So, quick take. JPMorgan analysts predict that the Bitcoin price will drop to $42,000 after halving, citing reduced miner rewards and higher production costs. The Bitcoin mining industry is expected to further consolidate, with larger miners surviving, according to analysts. The upcoming Bitcoin halving event scheduled for April could trigger a sharp decline in the price of Bitcoin, according to JPMorgan analysts. The halving event will reduce Bitcoin miners' rewards from the current 6.25 Bitcoin per block to 3.125 Bitcoin, and this reduction will negatively impact miners' profitability and lead to a higher Bitcoin production cost. JPMorgan analysts led by Nicholas Panagridsoglu wrote in a report on Wednesday the Bitcoin production cost influences its price, with the analysts predicting it to be around $42,000 post-halving. The Bitcoin production cost has empirically acted as a lower bound for Bitcoin prices. The analyst said the central point of our estimated production cost range stands at $26,000 currently, which would mechanically double post-halving event to $53,000. Wait, what? So Bitcoin production cost is $26,500 and Bitcoin is at $60,000. So people are producing Bitcoin like no other, because they're just like, wait a minute, like, hold on, they're just like, wait a minute, like, this is good news. This is great. Like, we're making twice as much money by doing this. That's what they're doing. So, however, the analyst said that there's the possibility of a 20% decline in the Bitcoin's network hash rate post-halving, primarily due to less efficient rigs exiting mining operations due to reduced profitability. This would consequently lower the central point of the estimated production cost range to $42,000 based on an average electricity cost of 0.05 kilowatts. They added, this $42,000 estimate is also the level we envisage Bitcoin prices drifting towards once Bitcoin halving induced euphoria subsides after April. Okay, yeah, there probably is some euphoria right now. That's probably what's going on. But who cares? Like, this is like super important to the community that this is happening, that prices are back, which is a good thing. Okay, so moving on, we have another hype news. Bitcoin on the rise, nearing all-time high, fueled by halving ETFs and Bezos buzz. So there's a Bezos rumor in this. The rumor is that Jeff Bezos is going to be buying up $8 billion worth of Bitcoin. He could do it. And why wouldn't he? That's probably why he's selling, because he's like, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm a billionaire. I'm going to just buy the Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues its remarkable ascent, nearing the coveted $64,000 mark for the first time in over 2 years. This surge is driven by a confluence of factors creating a bullish sentiment in the crypto market. One key driver is the upcoming Bitcoin halving scheduled for mid-April. This event, occurring roughly every 4 years, reduces the rate at which new Bitcoins are created, historically leading to price increases due to a limited supply. Investors anticipate a similar trend this time around, fueling their buying behavior. Another significant factor is the recent launch of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. These investment vehicles allow institutional investors to enter the crypto market more easily and securely, contributing to increased market liquidity and confidence. Notably, Bitcoin ETFs in the U.S. have witnessed record trading volumes exceeding $7.7 billion, highlighting significant institutional interest. Adding further intrigue to the market is the unconfirmed speculation surrounding Amazon's founder, Jeff Bezos, potentially investing $8 billion in Bitcoin. While this rumor lacks official confirmation, it has undoubtedly generated excitement and further fueled the ongoing rally. The combined effect of these factors is evident in the market performance. Bitcoin's price has surged over 50% in the first 2 months of 2024, with February alone witnessing a 45% increase. The global crypto market cap has also jumped to a staggering $2.3 trillion, with Bitcoin maintaining its dominance at over 53%. Notably, all Indian Bitcoin investors are now reportedly in profit, reflecting the wider market sentiment, which some have termed extreme greed. Experts believe that multiple factors, including the upcoming halving, robust inflows into Bitcoin ETFs, and growing institutional support, are contributing to the current rally. While the rumored Bezos investment remains unverified, the speculation itself has undoubtedly added fuel to the fire. I'm just thinking about something funny. Looking ahead, analysts anticipate that Bitcoin could potentially break its previous record highs in March, leading up to the halving event. Although the dollar index might strengthen slightly, technical indicators suggest a positive outlook for Bitcoin. So Bezos rumor, positive outlook for Bitcoin, good news. But what does this actually mean? The possibility of the U.S. Federal Reserve cutting interest rates this year could further bolster Bitcoin's appeal as a potential hedge against inflation. With improved liquidity and increasing investor confidence, particularly from institutional players, Bitcoin seems poised to potentially explore uncharted territory. However, it is crucial to remember, disclaimer, all the way at the bottom. All the way at the bottom is a disclaimer. After all the good news, right? It's crucial to remember that the crypto market remains volatile, and this information should not be considered financial advice. So why does it come across as financial advice? Why don't you put that in the beginning? Hey, this isn't financial advice. I'm just talking to talk. But it sure sounds like financial advice. Just saying. Okay, so now we have more like Bitcoin price hype news. So we basically already read this, but let's just read it again. So Bitcoin breaks $60,000 in momentum gains. Bitcoin prices continue to rally today, rising above the psychologically important 60,000 level as sustained momentum served as the primary driver of the cryptocurrency's most recent gains, according to analyst Tim Enneking. The digital currency's price smashed through the aforementioned price and approached $64,000 this afternoon before falling back to roughly $60,500. When explaining this recent bullish activity, Enneking, managing partner of Stallion, said the following via emailed comments. Mainly, this is sustained momentum, further supported by the pending halving, but most importantly, by the excitement everyone is starting to feel regarding BTC taking out its all-time high at 69,000. That would be a huge momentum for the crypto spirit. However, I would not be surprised if we see some consolidation around $60,000 first. Enneking noted shortly before Bitcoin retreated today. Bitcoin's crossing the $60,000 threshold represents a significant psychological milestone, drawing closer to its all-time high of approximately $69,000. This is exciting! Bitcoin all-time high $69,000. If it breaks past that, it'll probably go past $70,000 and continue on. It might touch $100,000. Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million. Bitcoin is going to $1 million. Okay, now we have today's thumbnail sponsor. Spot Bitcoin ETFs continue to attract record institutional inflows. So this is one of the reasons why behind the high Bitcoin price approaching its all-time highs of $69,000. So let's read what's going on. Observers think that spot Bitcoin ETFs have experienced a surge in institutional interest because of what? Because interest in Bitcoin continues to surge among institutional investors. Yeah, so hey, Bitcoin is soaring because investors are continuing to invest in it. Really? Thanks for pointing out the obvious, as people do. As evidenced by record inflows into spot Bitcoin ETFs, which continue to reach new all-time highs, this trend has played a significant role in driving the price of Bitcoin to its highest level in years. Currently, spot ETFs have accumulated, representing a 3.81% of Bitcoin's total supply. Inflows saw a remarkable increase on Wednesday, with exchange-traded funds adding over $500 million in a single day. Notably, alongside these inflows, the trading volumes of these exchange-traded funds have also seen significant growth. Yesterday, the total volume of U.S.-listed spot Bitcoin ETFs exceeded $6 billion. BlackRock's IBIT in particular achieved a trading volume of $3.3 billion in one day, smashing the previous record of $1.357 billion. Currently, IBIT is the leader in both trading volume and inflows, holding around 141,369 Bitcoin. Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust holds the second position with 99,340 Bitcoin. Okay, so people who don't understand Bitcoin ETFs, so this is what it is. Exchange traded funds is basically, for example, Apple has over 450 exchange traded funds. One ETF is a fund that's investing into a basket of technology stocks. They're just like, okay, we're going to invest in the top technology stocks. That's one fund. Another fund is investing in the top 500 stocks worldwide. That's another fund. Another fund is investing in the safest retirement stocks based on growth over the past 10 years. That's another fund. So that's 400 funds and so on and so on and so on holding up the Apple stock price. We already have about 3 Bitcoin ETFs. That means that the more ETFs that surround Bitcoin, the more the price will cradle and go upwards. This is very important. Significantly, Fidelity has recently advised its clients to allocate 1 to 3% of their portfolios to cryptocurrency, a noteworthy suggestion considering its $12.6 trillion in assets under management. This recommendation could catalyze substantial new investments in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in the medium term, potentially setting a precedent for other wealth managers to follow. They kind of had to follow. While Bitcoin garners much attention, Ethereum has also carved out a significant presence in institutional portfolios. A recent report from Bybit indicates that Ether has surpassed Bitcoin as the preferred crypto asset among institutions, primarily due to the anticipated benefits of the upcoming Ethereum upgrade. As institutional interest in cryptocurrency continues to grow, so does the competition among infrastructure providers catering to institutional investors. Kraken, one of the oldest exchanges in the space, recently announced the launch of Kraken Institutional, a new suite of products and services specifically designed for institutional trading, staking, and custody of crypto assets. This move by Kraken represents a significant entry into a market currently dominated by Coinbase, which acts as the custodian for 8 of the 10 newly launched Bitcoin ETFs. Kraken is now positioning itself to capture a share of the lucrative market. They kind of have to. So, why though? Kraken is one of the oldest exchanges in space. Recently launched the launch of Kraken Institutional, a new suite of products and services designed for institutional trading. Wow, this is impressive. So Kraken's been in the game for a long time. I'm looking at some Kraken tokens. So why does Binance have a higher coin price than Kraken though? As an increasing number of institutions and infrastructure providers enter the market, the outlook for Bitcoin and altcoins becomes exceedingly bullish. It is crucial to recognize that this bullish trend is only beginning, with little interest yet from retail investors, as both institutions and retail investors rush into the crypto space. The price of cryptocurrency can easily go to unprecedented highs. Wow. Yep. So that's what's going on. And then we have good news. So Gemini email subject, great news. Every earn user expected to recover 100% of their assets in kind. So email text, we are pleased and relieved to let you know that we have finally reached a settlement in principle with Genesis and other creditors in the Genesis bankruptcy that will, if approved by the bankruptcy court. Yo, my mouth is actually like freezing up, and I'm actually going to stop the stream right now because okay, let me just read this for you guys. So this means, for example, that if you had lent 1 Bitcoin in the earn program, you will receive 1 Bitcoin back. Shout out to Gemini for doing the right thing. And it means that you will receive any and all appreciation of your assets and since you lent them into the earn program. If approved, we will be returning over $1.8 billion in value at today's prices, $700 million more than when Genesis halted withdrawals on November 16, 2022. Looking forward, if the bankruptcy court approves the settlement in principle announced today, you can expect to receive approximately 97% of your assets in kind within about 2 months, and you can expect to receive your remaining asset balance within the next 12 months. The settlement in principle is subject to definitive documentation. This required bankruptcy court process could take as long as 2 months to complete. Wow. Shout out to Gemini. Gemini giving people back their funds. Shout out to Gemini. The settlement in principle is subject to definitive documentation. This required bankruptcy court process could take as long as 2 months to complete, and we will keep you informed along the way. Gemini thanks the New York Department of Financial Services for its role in the settlement, which delivers a coin-for-coin recovery of earned users. Team Gemini. Let's go. Okay, everybody. So that was today's live stream, and thanks so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate the love. So thank you for that. And yeah, so I'll see everybody on the next one.